Kiara got fired. 3 weeks later, I got fired too. Like, literally the only thing we could do is laugh. In the moments, you just know God is up to something.
All love, no beef.
Welcome to All Love, No Beef, where we live out loud and love on purpose.
And we have so much to tell you. Before we get into what happened, we just want to let you know a little about who we are first. So here's the situation. I'm Kiara, and I have a fraternal twin sister named Kiana. Hi, Ki. Shout out to you.
Twinning is winning. So I'm Jordan, and I have a twin brother identical named Jeremy. Big dog in San Diego holding it down. Big Germ.
Okay, so as you just learned, we are both twins. And yes, we are also married.
Yeah, we married, but as you know, we aren't twins to each other.
We are not brother and sister, for all of you that ask. No,
and
this is my husband.
Brother and sister.
This is my husband.
Yes.
That would be weird. We don't go that way.
Come on. You see how beautiful this girl is? My queen.
Thanks, baby. So yes, we are husband and wife who just happens to be very similar, okay?
Literally mad similarities. We both play high school ball, college ball, both was the captains of our basketball teams. Both also happen to be plant-based.
I'm about 89%, but
yeah,
we working on it.
We working on it. You don't gotta be plant-based.
It's about a balance. I honestly believe in a balance. Anybody that knows me knows that I've always believed it's all about a balance. Now, I do think that the way they make stuff here in America is terrible, but we'll get into that in another episode. So go ahead.
Straight up. Good food, good mood.
That part.
Absolutely. Get right or get left.
Okay. Shoot, I better get right then.
But yeah, just some more similarities. Like, we both have this passion for international travel. Kiara has lived in multiple countries all over the world. I've lived in multiple countries all over the world. I've had an opportunity to play basketball professionally overseas. And now we're taking Kiara overseas to play volleyball too. So stay tuned for that.
We are?
Stay tuned for that. We got a pro volleyball player amongst us.
I didn't know you was going to say that, guys. Are you going to be my coach, my trainer? Okay, yeah. All right.
I'd rather you been your cup and your checker. And on top of all the similarities of international travel and hooping and all of the good stuff, plant-based eating, it's also super interesting because we both only grew up with one parent. I only grew up with my mom, never met my dad, and she grew up with her dad, and her mom actually passed away when she was 9 years old. But
don't worry, we'll save the deep stuff for episode 5.
Yeah.
You'll hear the full story.
Stay at episode 5. That's great. It gets real. Aside from all the similarities, it really go even deeper than that. Like, I literally prayed for Kiara, and not like actually Kiara, but I prayed to be with a twin. I was a young kid, like a wee little lad, and I'm like, yo, I want to be with a twin. And look at this. This is like, now we 20-something years later, and now I'm with a twin.
So you manifested me.
I manifested you.
Wow.
100%.
Wow. I never really had those desires. I feel like, no, that's not true. I feel like me and Kiana had those desires at, like, maybe when we were like 15. We were like, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to date twins and like be with twins. And it's funny because we actually did find these twin guys that we like. What was their names? What was it? I think their names was like Akeem and Hakeem. Something like that.
I wonder if the twins up to
They
now.
was definitely twins, but that was like 15, 14, like, I don't know. But I never really had like a dream or prayer, but that's dope. You manifested me.
I manifested you. I came and got you.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I think it's
Came and got your diamond.
I think it's even interesting of how we met, though.
No, it honestly gets even crazier. Like the fact that we don't even know how he even found me. Like we met on Instagram. I don't know if a lot of y'all know this, but we literally met on Instagram. And no, he did not slide in my DMs, but he did slide in my comment section under a picture. And
And
It's honestly crazy and like intentional and like how divine we met. Actually, I'm gonna let you tell it because I gotta make sure that you get this right. I gotta test him and make sure that he always knows the story. So I'm gonna let you tell it. And
she always trying to test me to make sure that I know her.
And make sure you get every detail. Don't leave nothing off.
I know her very well. I know more. I know her more than she knows herself.
He's learning me, guys. Don't let him fool you.
You know, my marriage coach said, "Yo, if you want a Rolls Royce, you got to read the manual. You got to learn the Rolls Royce."
He's on
My
the
Rolls
page.
Royce.
He's on page 3 of the manual.
I'm on page 300 of the manual.
I'm just kidding.
I'm on page 300.
He's on page 30.
It's only a 30-page book, yeah. No, but I've been telling him how I met you though. So
It's clever.
it's actually crazy though because I commented on her Instagram picture and I'm gonna tell you how it started. So I went to this club in downtown Brooklyn, Komodo. Shout out to Komodo. Had some good times there.
Class.
Yeah, so they taking pictures there at Komodo, and the next day I'm like, yo, I wonder if they put the pictures up online. So I go to see if they put the pictures up on Instagram, and they didn't. Never saw any pictures of me, but I somehow clicked on the Komodo Instagram page and ended up on her page, and you would be like, okay, that's because she went to Komodo. Well, guess what? She's never been to Komodo.
I never even heard of it when he went there at that time.
Yeah. Then we went for my birthday one year, but it's just crazy. Like going to the Instagram page took me to her page somehow, some way. That's all I got. But it's also super interesting because the picture that I commented on, she was in Tulum, Mexico. And you're like, okay, cool, that's dope. Why is this important? Tulum, Mexico is important because that's also where we got engaged. That's also where we got married. That's also where we lived for a bit of time. And Tulum is just a special place. We own land in Tulum. So it's like, I commented on a photo of her in Tulum and I had never even been to Tulum at that time. And she had been. So it's, obviously she got a photo from her. She had to echo that.
But we did not plan that either. Like when it came to us getting married there and getting engaged there and stuff, like we didn't do all that with this like sweet sentiment of, oh, this is where it all started under this picture in Tulum. Like, no, that was something that we found out later on of like, whoa, isn't that crazy? We got married in Tulum, got engaged in Tulum, and the picture you commented on that was in Tulum. Like it was more of that's how we came across that, which I have another serendipitous story for you. And this one is truly crazy. It's not crazy. I gotta stop saying that because it's really just divine. It's divine. Like, thank you, God. I'm so grateful. But
Curious to know what you're about to say.
because this one day during 2020 when we was all locked down and all just going through it, and I was living in my own apartment in Manhattan. I was like a little bachelorette. I had my money, I had my apartment. Things were going okay. So during 2020, right, every year I write a goals list. And so even though the world was shut down, I still was trying to prosper in life. So I decided to write a goals list that year. And one of the things that I put on that year, mind you, I was single. And at this point, I've been single. I was single for like 5 years before I met Jordan. And I was dating in New York, shit show. Get it together, man. Get it together. For all my beautiful women, I'm sorry y'all gotta go through that. I had to go to Ohio to get my man. New York men, please try harder. For the good ones, I love y'all. I see y'all.
There's some good brothers out
For the
here,
other, yes, there are. But for the other ones, please. Yeah. But so anyways, so I I write this goals list, and on 2020, it's 2020 goals list. And one of the things that I put was find my soulmate. Okay. I wrote this list October 18, 2020. I met Jordan, keep in mind, wrote this goals list October 18, 2020. I wrote to find my soulmate 2021. I met Jordan the next year, October 19, 2021. A year and a day later since I wrote this paper. I kid you not. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Like he manifested a twin, and I guess I manifested him back as my soulmate. Like he manifested a twin. I was manifesting my soulmate, and God brought us to each other.
Literally.
That's wow. But that also showed me too the power of manifestation and like praying over the things that you're trying to like bring in.
Absolutely.
And also like writing stuff down, you know, write your goals.
Yeah,
Right.
facts.
Make lists, right. Ladies, to all my friends and my sisters, I tell every single one of them this. Write your list. Write your list of what you want in a man, what you want in a husband, and be so detailed. Ask God for literally all of it. Be so detailed, okay, of what you want.
Yeah.
And see
agree
how
with you
he
more.
brings you, you know, the right man. Now you do have to also be.
It came through Instagram. Like, and the way you didn't even tell him she wasn't even gonna respond to my comment. That's the first time I think.
So, okay, he shared how he got to my picture, and we don't know each other. We didn't know each other. And so he comments on my Instagram and he says, "You look beautiful." Now,
Okay.
ladies, now you know that's not always enough to sell you. Guys will sell you a dream if you let them, okay? And especially the men in New York, like that's not enough to like, oh my gosh, now I'm head over heels. So I honestly was gonna leave him on red. But I ended up looking at his, I'm like, who's this guy? So I ended up looking at his Instagram, you know, doing my little stalk search. And he had in his bio, he had like, maybe he was like 6'4", 6'5" or something. He had like professional retired basketball player or overseas
I had
basketball.
my height in my bio.
Yeah, he did. You had like 6'4" or something. He had like professional
height
overseas.
in their bio.
Because mind you, I'm 5'11", so I wanted a tall husband. He put professional basketball player overseas, like all this stuff. He had all of no beef, so I'm like, okay, who's this guy? Like, all right. He was also very attractive and handsome, but still, like when he got me, I was like not really the most open and ready for like love again. So I was still a little like blocked. But then once I saw that he had a twin, like after stalking his Instagram and seeing that he had a twin, I was like, oh, that's cute. And so I responded to him. It was like, oh, thank you. By the way, I'm a twin too. And then literally we haven't stopped talking since.
Literally.
Since.
But you know what I did too? Quick note. On Instagram is very easy to lose people. On text it's easy to lose people. My mom actually gave me really good advice. She said,
Shout out to you, Mom.
call that girl. And I didn't call you. I sent you voice notes. I sent voice notes.
Which
So
was
it's
better
different
for
from
me.
text.
That was better for me.
Yeah, because we literally just met on the gram and we hadn't seen each other physically, obviously. So I started sending voice notes and I feel like she did start sending voice notes and I feel like that allowed us to like feel each other a little more. You can hear tone. You can get a feel for someone just by hearing their voice, you know? And she had a voice of an angel. Still here today. I ain't going nowhere. But no, let's actually let's take this moment to actually dive into our next steps now that we've gone through the transition of actually welcoming everyone into the podcast, letting them know it's all love, no beef, where we live on purpose and we love on purpose and we live out loud. All of it, live, laugh, love, all of the 3 L's. We talked about how we met. Now let's actually dive into, we both just got fired. Okay, Cozy Key, you got fired first. So just walk us through that. Give us a highlight reel of what actually happened.
Okay, a quick to make a long story short, I was working part-time remote at a company at an engineering firm. Okay. And my boss, it was a very small company. It was a startup. It's a lady that I worked with before. And
she's working my girl hard.
She was working me real hard. Like I worked part-time 3 days a week and still worked way more than he did in his full time. I would work more in those 3 days than he would in a month. Like I don't understand how.
I'm good at my job. That's for the real.
Like
fast.
Like no, he is good at his job, but I think it also shows too that she was like definitely working me hard, and like now like she wanted me to be every position in the business. And I think it's also unfortunate because when you're a marketer and that's like your background in the workforce, then a lot of times, because marketing encompasses so many different areas of business, you kind of get lumped into so many different things. And then top that with a startup where you already have to do so many different, wear so many different hats and so many different functions because it's a startup. So to make a long story short, she was really overworking me and I started speaking up about it. And y'all know these bosses, they don't like when you start advocating for yourself and speaking up. And so I started letting her know, like, hey, like it's this is getting a little too much. Like I let's create a better system that works for the both of us. That's how I would always position it. Hey, I'm finding it a little challenging to keep up with the workload, to juggle, or hey, like I don't have time to do all these things that you like. She would message me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She would message me on days off that I'm not even working.
Yeah.
So by the time I come into work, I already have a whole backload of stuff to do from Tuesday. Now I have a whole agenda for Wednesday. So anyways, because I didn't, so when I started speaking up and advocating, she kind of was getting annoyed, and her solution was, okay, well, how about this? You come into the office full time and every day, and we can be together in the office. It would just be me and her, and every day, just full time. And she was already working me like a dog for the 3 days. I'm dang sure I ain't about to be work like a dog full time. So I declined that offer.
And it's also very different from what you agreed to.
Right.
What did you agree to?
I got hired as a part-time, like as needed basis. I got hired as like support as needed, not to be your HR, your marketing, your IT, your hiring, your interview. Like I was doing all of that. So doing all the resumes, filling out all the forms, responding to all the emails, working with all the clients, like I was doing everything. So yeah, I declined that. And because of that, she started hazing me. And that is real, and people do that in the workforce. And she did. She started hazing me. She wanted me to come into the office for the little bit of time, that I was going to have until she found a replacement for me. And even that, I was like, I can't do that full time. If I can't do that in the future, I can't do it now. So she really didn't like that. So she really upped the hazing, and she would just find little things to come at me or pick at me. So it just got to a point where I think for both of us, we were too strong women, and it was like, all right, we know that this isn't going to work out. I made it very clear what I want, and she made it very clear what she wants, somebody in the office full time. But I will say that being the classy woman that I am, I left with dignity and grace, and I left with love. So even when I was getting fired, I was still telling her hey, I want you to win regardless, whether it's me on your team or someone else on your team. I'm a girl's girl. I'm a woman's woman. So in whatever capacity, I want you to win, so I was still at least very kind, and and it was no bad blood. I get it. She had to do what she had to do what's best for her business, and I had to do what's best for me, my life.
Right, Mary. She can't hold us back.
She can't hold a real one, Doc.
And I could imagine her just completely going back on her word, her trying to belittle you or make you feel like you weren't adding this much value, could make you feel a kind of way. How did it feel getting let go?
Honestly, I took it like a G. I ain't mad at all. No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. No, it's crazy because I actually, as soon as I got fired, I walked up. It's crazy because I was actually praying for it. I was praying to be let go because it just wasn't in alignment with my spirit, and I was just very unhappy. So after it happened, I was praying for it, but I don't know. Still, change sometimes it brings up feelings, And so after it happened, I went to Jordan, and I was like, she did it. And I just laid in his arms and cried. And he just held me. So I guess I did not take it like a G. Well, but what about you, baby? Because you got fired 3 weeks after me. So walk me through that journey and how you felt. And did you cry? Were you sad?
I was shocked.
You worked that job a long time.
I was shocked. I was there for 6 years, and it was the most soulless. It was the most soulless firing process ever. It was just this manager that I reported to, who I highly respected, just hopped on the call and was just like, "Hey, your position is gone," and that was it. Not thank you so much for what you've done, and it. I think if anything, it just made me if I'm honest, it made me feel a way towards corporate America. It's just corporate. Wow, they can just be so heartless, because I'm a guy that I do believe in love and kindness and people first, not a job first, but people first. I hop on calls with my coworkers and I want to know about them, not the work. we could get into the work later, but I want to know about you. So just to have that happen, it just felt like such a soulless, firing, and careless, and yeah, it was eye opener. But I wouldn't say that it made me sad. Um, if I'm honest, the whole time throughout the firing process or the layoff process, they laid me off because they said our business unit was losing money, and they laid me off. It's probably due to AI or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, what was I saying? They
You were
laid me
saying
off.
why they laid you off. Your business unit was losing money. You weren't sad.
Oh, I wasn't sad. I was more so just like,
You had a good run.
I had a good run. I was there for 6 years.
That man was never really
I was
working.
remote. I was all over the world. We was in Tulum. We was
Actually,
in
let me not say
Portugal.
that in case you want another job. He is such a hard worker. The best worker I know.
It's not even so much that I wasn't working hard. It was more so that I knew how to do the job well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
You know, like I figured out a way to get it done
Right.
expeditiously.
Right.
So
So he got the rest of his time for free.
exactly. I want freedom. I want freedom to do the things that I want to do, and do the things for God, you know, and to serve you, baby.
Hey, that part.
But yeah, it was we're not even going to talk too much about the firing process for Upland. I wasn't sad. I saw it as one door closing for another door open. I know that God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I was shocked, but I wasn't sad. But yeah, if I do need some employment soon, your boy is free. I'm a hell of a salesman. I'm a hell of a negotiator.
Yes,
I'm a hell of a brander. I'm a hell of a leader. I'm a hell of a CEO.
That part, baby.
So
He's a king.
I'm here. I'm a king. Let me know if you need me. I'm gonna let you know if I want to be on your team though.
Hey.
Because Christ is king. I go where he leads me.
Heard you.
Heard me.
We didn't start this podcast because we got fired. We started this podcast because God woke us up and helped us realize that we have not been living in our purpose and we have not been fulfilling our mission here on earth. And it's time you do that.
Absolutely. And I think now more than ever, we need love. We need community. We need kindness. We need intentionality behind love, not people that just say I love you, but where love is actually an action.
Right.
So we are here to represent that, but we are also here to encourage the community and the people to step into that and to step into loveness and to step into greatness. Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to connect with people. We're here to love one another. So that's what All Love No Beef is.
Did you know that 58% of Americans say they have no one to talk to about their personal struggles? That means that over half this country is carrying their hardest battles alone. That's the void that we want to fill.
Literally, people are suffering in silence.
Yeah, so many people.
Yeah. And so All Love No Beef, we exist for that 58%. There's 58% of people with no one to talk to, with no one to go to. And that's what we exist for that 58%. So it's All Love No Beef. We are here to be the example. We are here to spread the light, to be the love, and to just be kind to our neighbors. And that's what this podcast exists for. But stay tuned for episode 2. And it's All Love No Beef. And it's Jordan and Key.
Jordan and Key.
Hey.
And we declare and pray over all our audience that your story is not over. God is still writing your story. Do not give up. Do not get discouraged. Have hope. Have faith. Everything is going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Pray about it. And you have people like us to talk to. So you're never alone. And remember that.
You're never alone.
In Jesus'
All
name.
Love No Beef.
All love, no beef.